Hi, this is Dr. Nikki. Today I want to talk about benchmarking at the beginning of the year. I talk with a lot of people and they do a lot of kind of growth benchmarking where they'll give a test and then they want to test the kids again at the end of the year with that same test or a test that's very similar. And that's great. You can tell a lot of growth. But what you can't tell by growth benchmarking, that beginning of the year test, is really what you need to do with your kids immediately, right? So you need a benchmark that assesses the major clusters, those green bucket items. If you don't have major clusters, you're not doing the Common Core, whatever your priority standards are. You need to do a test that tests the priority standards from the year before, because that's what's going to help you. If I am doing third grade, I need to know, do the second graders know everything that they were supposed to learn in second grade? The priority standards. You can't test everything. You need to test, can they add, can they subtract? You need to test, do these kids understand place value? You need to test some of the measurement standards if that's a priority standard in your state. You need to test the priority standards because that's going to let you know if there's gaps. And if there's gaps, you can address them right away. You don't want to go on and just kind of jump in and start teaching all this grade level stuff when the kids don't have the background they need. So doing a benchmark at the beginning of the year that lets you know what is the background, right? Do they have the background? Is there anything that needs to be scaffolded and addressed right now at the beginning of the year? That's what your beginning of the year benchmark is going to tell you. Super important to have. You should have a major cluster benchmark. You should have a fluency benchmark. You should have a word problem benchmark. You should have a mathematical disposition benchmark, just like a survey that, do you like math? What is math? What do you know about math? And then a vocabulary test, because remember, math is a language, and if you don't know the words, you can't speak it. So it's important to do, by second grade and up, I would do a vocabulary test as part of your benchmark. So you have a benchmark package. I do benchmarking, so be sure to contact me if your district wants some benchmarking done. I can provide benchmarks that have been made for different states. I can also benchmark along with your teachers. I can come to your sites. We can do virtual PD around benchmarking, or you guys can just do benchmarking yourself. Whatever you do, get some benchmarks. Get some really good beginning of the year benchmarks so you can start the school year off right. As always, happy mathing. Thank you, Dr. Nikki.